All right, Mr. Telefarrell TV, how's everybody doing out there? I do think it's worth noting that we're very early in the season. All right, we're 20 games into the season. We're just getting across a fourth mark through the season. We ain't even got to Christmas Day yet. All right, I've seen teams start off the crazy hot starts and not even make the playoffs. I've seen teams start off the slow starts and somehow, some way find themselves as a top 4 seed. Matter of fact, typically LeBron James-led teams struggle in December and January for sure, and they ended up turning around the last 6-7 years. LeBron's and his teams, and he's been in the Eastern Conference. They turn it around and they end up getting the top 4 seed in the East. All right, that's typically what's happened. We've seen teams turn it around. Generally speaking, the veteran teams, they lock in. This moment is not too big for them. A lot of the things that you see on the road, they've seen it thousands of times. Not new to them. And some of these young guys who came out the gate with energy for the first month or two of the season, they get used to the NBA lifestyle. They're starting to, top of the year, they've been to some of these cities a couple times, and they played some of these guys over and over again, and they get comfortable in the league. All right, so generally speaking, the young teams fall off. I think the Sacramento Kings right now, if the playoffs would have started, they're in the playoffs. I'm looking at teams like Charlotte's in the playoffs. The Magic are in the playoffs right now. Yeah, the freaking Dallas Mavericks are playing good ball. They're 500 basketball right now. Yeah. So typically, some of these things turn. They figure themselves out, and the veteran teams take over in the future. So I don't expect to see Boston right now. Let's put them on the board here. They're number 6 in the Eastern Conference at 11-10. Look at the teams ahead of them. We got Detroit. Detroit plays good basketball. They win a lot of regular season games, so Boston better be careful about them. The Pacers, another team. I know Oladipo's out right now, but they win a lot of regular season games. They compete night in and night out. Philly, 14-8. They got 3 All-Stars. Milwaukee at the 6 losses. That's pretty good right now. Milwaukee's number 2. They're at the spot that a lot of people believe Boston should have been at. And Toronto's 18-4. Listen, man, Toronto was really good last year. They were the number 1 seed last year, and they replaced DeMar DeRozan with a mentally tougher Kawhi Leonard. All right, they replaced the top 15 guy with a top 5 guy. Yes, they're better. All right, they're on a 6-game winning streak right now. They're really, really good. So I'm just saying, Boston needs to find themselves top 2, top 3 seed right now. The playoffs start today. They be going against Philly in the first round. I'm not saying that they couldn't beat Philly in the first round. I definitely don't think that's the matchup you want right now. They haven't played great basketball. They're trying, Brad Stevens we've kind of given this guy the title as the top young coach in the league. A lot of people are already starting to crown this dude as the next Pop. This geeky guy who knows this game of basketball, is a savant, came from Butler, schematically just knows the game of basketball, can coach his behind off. All right, he still ain't won anything, and I give this dude a lot of credit. He took LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, depleted or not, he took them 7 games without his top 2 guys last year. I give that dude a hell of a lot of credit. Here's the reality of the situation, though. Between the Boston Celtics, I think they go 7-8 deep. All right, they go Kyrie, you got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford. You got Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart, and other guys off that bench. Did I say Terry Rozier? Yeah, so they go 8 deep. All right, they go 7-8 deep, and they go Baines and company as well. They go 8-9 deep, and there's too much talent on this roster for them to not figure it out. And honest to God truth, Boston's championship window might be this year and maybe next year. All right, they don't have enough money. You can only pay so many guys. In the next couple years, you got Jaylen Brown gonna want a little max deal, a mini max deal, and Jason Tatum's gonna want that deal, the highest you can pay a guy coming off his rookie contract. These guys are gonna want to get paid. You already got guys like Kyrie Irving, Al Horford making max dollar, Gordon Hayward making max dollar. I'm sorry, I know the luxury tax, I know the cap is soft in the NBA. Only so many things you can do before you find yourself $500 million in the hole in the luxury tax. Boston don't play those type of games. They want to win. They ain't going that deep in the luxury tax to win, especially if they underachieve this season. Boston better figure this out. Kyrie Irving, sir, you wanted out of Cleveland. You ain't want anything to do with LeBron James and that Cleveland Cavalier culture. Maybe you knew LeBron was leaving in a year or not. You didn't really love Tyronn Lue as your head coach. You wanted out of Cleveland. I know he didn't have Boston on his short list. He didn't even think that was a possibility, right? But I'm watching Kyrie Irving do commercials. Got a super dope Nike commercial out in the atmosphere with his dad. Dope, dope, dope. I'm sure it was shot in the offseason, but it's premiering now. It's premiering during the season. And I'm looking up like, damn, Kyrie, you got commercials. You got your own team. Starting point guard, known as a top 10 guy in this league. You got your health this year. What's up, Kyrie? What else you need? You got all-stars at your disposal, young talent. You got veterans and Al Horford. What the hell else do you need? You got a good coach. What do you need now? You didn't want to play with LeBron. That was a guaranteed trip to the finals every year in the East. 2 top 10 guys, yourself and LeBron James. Kyrie, you got potentially 3 or 4 other all-star potential guys on your team. What else do you need? You wanted out of Cleveland, not the other way around. What else do you need, sir? Yeah, I'm putting top 10 pressure on Kyrie. What the hell else do you need? Al Horford? You ain't never won anything in this league. What else do you need? You don't get away from some of this blame. You make that all-star team every damn year. What else do you need? I ain't blaming the young guys in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown right now because it is hard. They're Gordon Hayward's. Look, here's the reality of the situation, bro. Gordon Hayward is not as hooping a guy as Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And these guys know they got to give this dude more of the minutes because he's on the max deal and they're the young guys. Gordon Hayward can't wipe the floor with Jason Tatum right now. Skill level, no. Ain't he coming off injury? All I'm saying is at 11-10 right now, 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, Boston better figure it out. Period. Y'all don't need to be hovering around the bottom of the Eastern Conference around the trade deadline. Y'all need to figure it out. And they can. They got the talent and everything to figure it out. All I'm putting out in the atmosphere right now, with some of the things you guys have wanted in y'all careers, a la Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, and Al Horford, y'all better figure it out. That's all I'm going to say there. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
Got the kids, they are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Telefaro.
Shout out to Mr. Telefaro.
You're watching Mr. Telefaro TV.
Mr. Telefaro TV, here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.